You were out working this morning.
Yes.
And you happened to spot the little girl coming up the street. What happened there?
She came up and she just looked confused and she was crying. So, I asked her where Mom was and if she was lost and asked if I could help her get home and just started walking.
So she seemed like she knew where she lived?
She did at first, and then, she just kind of seemed to be walking along. So I decided it would be best to call the police and have them come help.
How was she when she first walked up to you? Was she okay? Was she upset?
She was crying a little. She didn't seem, overly upset, but she seemed to calm down as soon as she took my hand and I started talking to her.
Okay. Yeah, we talked to a neighbor who said she seemed pretty comfortable with you. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
So she started walking you down. So she kind of acted like she knew where she lived?
She did, but she wanted to go. She said it was quite a bit farther down, and I didn't know, I thought it best to call the police at that point.
Okay. Good decision, good decision. Let me see, because I think they just said Channel 9 seems like they found her family finally.
Oh.
Has anything like this happened to you before?
Actually, years ago.
Really?
But, yeah.
Same kind of idea, or?
It was late at night. My husband and I were, before we were married, sitting talking in the car, and a little girl appeared on the sidewalk at about midnight, so crying, and fortunately she just lived next door.
Oh, good.
But, yeah.
Did she act like she, this little girl, act like she was hurt in any way, or did she appear to be, other than obviously upset with?
No, she didn't seem, I asked her if she was hurt. She said no. I said, is anybody chasing you? Are you afraid? And she said no. So, she didn't really seem all that upset. She's just a little confused about where she was and how to get back home.
Okay. I mean, you did an incredible job finding her. How do you feel about that now that you know potentially her family's found her?
I have kids of my own, and I was really afraid that, something bad could have happened to her. And, because she took my hand with no problem. She would have gone with anybody. So I'm glad they found where she lives.
I'm glad that she found you. It seems like the right person to find. Anything to add?
So the moment that you saw her, take me back to that. What was going through your head? You see this girl, what she looks like. What was that like going through your head? I mean, you had to be scared, right?
Well,
in this community, I mean, it's a nice thing.
Yeah, she just was running up, and I knew that it wasn't right because she was too young to be running down the street by herself. So, that's why I stopped and asked her where she was going, and hopefully she could tell me.
How was she dressed?
She just had a t-shirt, underwear, and a pair of shoes. That was the thing that really caught my attention when I noticed that she didn't have any pants on.
Right.
She also had a set of keys running around her arm. I thought it was a dog. We heard the jingling, and I thought it was a dog collar running up and down the street. And then she appeared, and my husband said he saw her running from she was a couple blocks down when he first saw her, but he couldn't tell how small she was, so.